talking about Brett Veach, you mentioned him there. We talked about a couple weeks ago that there was going to be a lot of defensive changes. And as we saw yesterday, the first defensive change happened with our second concern of the night. Yesterday, the Chiefs parted ways with veteran linebacker Anthony Hitchens. Hitchens was due about $12 million, but with that, it's a $4 million cap hit, so it saves us about $8 million cutting Anthony Hitchens. So it's more money for us to kind of invest elsewhere. I mean, now that our linebackers are kind of taken up with Bolton and Willie Gay, what were your kind of opinions on us parting ways with Anthony Hitchens?
Well, I think we knew that already. I think we talked about that and said that the only two guys we're going to keep was Gay and Bolton. So we knew that we got some young guys that are built for the test, and they both had an excellent year. I thought, even with Gay on a short season because of injuries or whatever. I think he played well. So I think he's something that we can invest in. I think Bolton is something we can invest in. The other guys haven't lived up. I wouldn't say haven't totally lived up, but for what the pay grade is, I don't think that, they played up to that. So is it understandable that they didn't make the team? Heck, I think we talked about Frank Clark not possibly being here, Hitchens and a few others. To be honest, as much as I'm loyal to my program and I love the players that we have, I even think a couple of weeks ago I said that I'm okay with just keeping Chris Jones, the two linebackers, Ingram, and Ward, Tyron. Even though I don't think we're gonna have the money to keep him, possibly, I don't know. And everybody else is interchangeable. You keep those few guys for me. I think those are some of the best guys that we have on defense. And heck, you can plug into it with any and everything else. So to lose anybody off that defense outside of basically Chris Jones, the two young linebackers, I wouldn't be surprised if anybody else is gone.
Yeah, I think with Hitchens, his play. With the hefty price tag coming up, I guess his play didn't really warrant that type of money. And so what I was seeing, look, and everybody talks about how he's a captain on the team. He's a great leader. He works hard. All those things, man. This is a performance business, and the thing is, if you're not performing to what they want you to, the dollar amount, guess what? Hey, then you're gonna be gone. And the thing is, sometimes you make a lot of money in the NFL, man, you become expendable. That's the reality of it. Every guy in the NFL is replaceable. And so sometimes it's just like, well, what can we replace and what we cannot replace? And he was one on this Chiefs team that they felt like, hey, look, you know what? We got some young guys in here who's doing a great job with what they do. Let's go ahead and move on from him. And so, like I said, I think his play had waned over a couple of years. It really has. And so, various injuries and all those different things, I think they felt like they just needed to move in a different direction. I'm not mad at it. Hopefully he'll find a home somewhere else. But with you have young guys coming in who's performing over what you've been doing, and the thing is, and they're making a ton of less money than you are. Hey, it just makes sense business wise. And like I said, the NFL is a business. It's a performance business. If you're not performing, hey, you're just going to be gone. So
I mean, there is good things that come about being paid so much because they can't really cut you they got to wait at a time because then that takes a big hit. So it does give you a little security when you get paid that amount.
Right.
But after so long, if you don't live up to the performance, some teams are just like, you know what, we just got to, break bread with this and let it, cut our losses.
Yeah. Who was that? I forgot. What was that remember when Peyton Manning didn't play for Indianapolis, they had to eat some money. Man, they paid him. I forgot what year. They paid him a whole lot of money just sitting on the bench. It was something crazy too.
Oh, but hell, that's Peyton Manning, though.
Well, I get, but I'm agreeing with your point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that, they was like, look, we can't get rid of him. Because
we can't do that.
Peyton Manning. He's like, shoot, we rather keep him, and pay this money as opposed, let him go somewhere else. So they was on the hook for it. Peyton back there like this, he just doing like this with his chew, and he like, I ain't going nowhere. Let me go. When I'm leaving, I'm taking a big old bag with me. So y'all make y'all decision what y'all want to do.
Leave when I'm ready.
Yeah.
With the Hitchens, they had to wait to a certain they had to wait till a certain date, but if they kept him on the team for I forgot what date it was, he was going to be due $12 million. But since yesterday, it's like $4 million.
Someone was looking at the date. They looking up there like, okay, hey,
and all players, all agents, all front office players, not players, but front office people know, there's certain dates, trade dates, cut dates, when if the money amounts to here and we need to save here and you don't make the cut as far as performance based, you basically know you're out the door.
Yeah.
But I mean, it speaks to what you guys have been talking about since we started the shows. It's a business. The object's always to get younger and always to get, and to save money. And I mean, it kind of speaks to what our front office has done, bringing in Bolton and Willie Gay, hitting on both those linebackers. And hopefully, we talked about in the show, Willie Gay hasn't been getting a lot of snaps. And hopefully this may be an indicator that going forward, he is going to be getting more of those snaps. We won't have to question, Willie Gay was only in for 35% of the snaps this weekend. We won't question that anymore.
Right. Yeah. So, and then, like you said, you got the young buck up there, man, who's playing lights out football, man. He's playing phenomenal. He's on a rookie contract. Sure, this be the second year. So we're just looking at great things for him to come in the future with him.
I mean, obviously we had linebackers. We had those two, Neiman and then Hitchens. I mean, are we going to need to bring in another? Because I believe Neiman's a free agent as well. So, I mean, will we bring probably a veteran presence at linebacker, or is it going to be another young guy we bring in?
No, I think
you got to see what's available out there. What's available at what cost? If you can get something in the, free agency, something good that can help balance the defense out, then you go for that. If you can find something in the draft, you go that way. So.
All right. Okay. So
I don't know, this damn dog getting on my nerves.
How many more days do you have to of dogs in?
I don't know.
Just TBD.
Yes.